back to Weird World Adventures, the podcast. I'm your host, Mallory.
I'm your host, Michael.
And we're here to show you just how weird this world of ours really is. So today, we're going to set up for, I'm going to go ahead and just put this out there now.
Okay.
Season 2 of Weird World Adventures will be releasing on Amazon Prime in the fall. So we're going to dedicate the next series of episodes to highlight an episode from the season until we cover all 10. I'm going to keep talking dramatically.
What is happening?
It's been a long day and we're having fun. You're the one laughing over here. So we're going to highlight each of the episodes leading up to the release in the fall.
So 10 episodes leading up to the release.
Yep.
Okay.
It's going to be an adventure.
An adventure.
And we can kind of talk about like the behind the scenes of filming each of the episodes and what people can expect, the BTS, the fun stories they might not know about.
Mm-hmm.
2 guys admiring penises in Iceland.
The debauchery.
So it's going to be fun. But first, before we do that, I think it'd be fun to just have a practical, fun travel podcast. Or really you did because it was your idea.
Yeah. Credit where it's due.
Yeah, I gave the credit. I just took credit first and then redirected it back to you.
Okay.
Yeah. So we're going to talk about 3 places we each would like to go see and why that we haven't been to yet.
Bucket list.
Bucket
like
list.
3 bucket list places and why.
And I only have one in my mind right now. So
oh, really?
We'll see how this goes. Yes.
Okay. I've got 3.
You start.
All right.
Just one.
They don't have to be in order of
No, I just start
right?
with one. We'll go back and forth.
No, I know, but
yeah.
not in no
particular
the 3
order.
are not in any particular order.
No particular order.
All right. Australia.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
It's far away. And just different from where I've been. It's like almost as far as you can go from where we are before you start coming back. It's just very different.
And they have like dog-sized spiders.
Yeah, that's what I mean. They have crazy stuff in Australia.
What would your ideal Australian vacation consist of?
Part of the reason I want to go is I just don't know a whole lot about Australia.
Okay.
But if I had to just, I guess also we can preface this as you have as much time as you want. No time constraint on it.
Right.
I mean, I would want to start probably in Sydney. It's like the only place I know.
I was going to say, do you have a city in mind?
In Australia. But I would like to just see a lot of the outback type.
So like full
like
adventure.
Adventure, safari, I don't know what you would call it there. The dingoes.
Ate your baby.
Not my baby. Yeah, I just like to explore the whole area. Adventure vacation.
Can you name any other cities in?
No.
Really?
Absolutely
I can.
not.
I can name 2 more.
Oh, maybe I can. Well, there's the famous Barrier Reef is right off Australia.
The Great Barrier Reef.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if there's a city attached.
I think it's near Sydney.
Okay. Then no.
You've never heard of Melbourne?
Oh, I've heard of Melbourne. Okay.
Queensland?
I've heard of Queensland.
Okay, yeah, there's some places.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'd see those.
And you go snorkel or diving.
I would do the whole thing.
Yeah.
I want to do. I'm not certified yet, but I would get certified before I made a big vacation to Australia.
Right.
But yeah, diving, Great Barrier Reef, see the main cities, do an adventure outback trip, see the crazy stuff.
Rent a Jeep. Okay.
All the crazy, very deadly stuff out there.
Giant spiders.
I'll definitely see the giant spiders.
Muscle kangaroos.
Yeah. Just jacked.
Yeah.
It's just weird and different. I've been, obviously I've seen a bunch of the U.S. I've seen some, but not as much as I'd like to of Europe. I've seen a fair amount of Asia just because of growing up military and living in Okinawa. We bounced a bit around there. I haven't seen really any South America, any Africa. So, yeah.
Okay.
Australia just seems different.
The most foreign?
Yeah, it seems the most foreign from any of the places I've been.
Would you want to hop over to New Zealand?
Yeah, I thought about making it New Zealand instead of Australia, but I didn't.
Lord of the Rings.
I know, I could do that.
Could follow the Lord of the Rings trail.
That's true. And I do have a work friend who spent 6 months or so in New Zealand, like in between jobs. Did like part-time work in between 2 jobs.
Yeah.
In New Zealand. And loved it.
It's very naturey and green.
Yeah, he said if he he brought his whole family over there
Mm-hmm.
for at least a chunk of that time, and said if he didn't have a family, he wouldn't have left. Like he would just stay in New Zealand and kept working there. Yeah.
Interesting. You know, I've gone diving in the second largest reef in the world. Do you know where that is?
Well, I'm trying to think where you would have gone diving.
It's where I got certified. Or, sorry, it's not where I got certified. It's where I first did my first dive, my Discover Scuba.
I don't know. Where is it?
Honduras. Roatan.
Oh, I would never have known that.
Roatan is like divers' paradise. They have a bunch of shipwrecks and like I think there's like hundreds of dive spots.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
That's cool.
That is cool.
Yeah.
It misled me into believing that diving was really an awesome experience all the time.
Yeah.
It's only sometimes an awesome experience.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's just true of
I
everything,
know.
right?
If I had gotten certified, if I had not gone diving prior to getting certified, I probably never would have dove again.
Well, not going prior to getting certified sounds awful. You don't know where you're.
Someone does it for you. You go with like a dive master one-on-one, and they like lower you learn the basics.
Okay.
Like how to get water out of your mask and what to do and not to do, like the really important stuff, and then they deflate.
Just do all your stuff.
Yeah, they do all your stuff for you.
Okay, well that doesn't sound as bad. Then.
Yeah, and you're like with them the whole time, so it's like very hands-on but yeah, don't ever dive in Los Angeles. It's terrible.
I don't need to spend a lot of time in Los Angeles, to be honest.
You slept through all of Los Angeles?
I saw parts of it. That's all that mattered.
Like the highway for 5 seconds?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
It's not my scene. The big city, I don't know. I mean, I have no problem visiting New York and LA and those kind of places, but I have no interest in living there.
Yes, I agree with that.
There's very few places in the world that I would choose not want to live less than that. I mean, that's not true. There's plenty of terrible places I wouldn't want to live. But all right, in the U.S., there's very few places in the U.S. that I would have a lower likelihood of living than the giant cities like New York and L.A. For any extended period of time. Yeah, I could do like a year or whatever. Yeah, like I looked at internships and stuff in some of those cities. But to settle down, no, not for me. Okay.
My first and like my big bucket list place that I still want to go to is Papua New Guinea.
That's a good one.
Yeah, it's near Australia.
I mean, you dropped enough money on that Papua New Guinea
penis gourd,
so...
This is why I want to go to Papua New Guinea. Not the penis gourds.
That's why I want to go.
It's because it's one of the safest still tribal locations you can visit. It's still very like tribal. Okay. They have, villages like you would think for like a tribal village. Mm-hmm. And parts of it are so separated that they have a bastardized version of English that they speak that is so bastardized you have to have a translator to help you figure out what they're saying.
Okay, interesting.
Like, for instance, how old are you? How much Christmas you? Like, how many Christmases have you lived? But, like, so bastardized. Okay. To, like... Yeah. So it's like, it's English.
You wouldn't be able to understand it even as a fluent English speaker without...
And it's not because of accents. It's because it's a completely bastardized version of English that's not what we speak at all.
Is it still considered English? At what point does it become its own language? I mean, all languages are, the vast majority of languages develop from another language. At some point, they're just a new language.
I wonder if they call it something else.
Yeah, no, I'm curious.
I'm curious. It would be great if this would work. Okay.
And Australia has a fair amount of the tribal stuff too, right? There's still a significant Aborigine population in Australia. It's pretty untouched, isn't it?
I think so. But Papua New Guinea has the houses on sticks, the stilt houses. Or we had that whole that trivia game that we played, and that was one of the answers, and I nailed it. Oh yeah. I'm like, I know this one.
Stilt houses and penis gourds. Yeah. If the question's about that, you're gonna nail it.
Right. And then there's also a bunch of like ruined planes and things from World War II that are just hanging out there. It's a very like weird place. They speak English, and then there's a few different tribal languages. So they I guess maybe one of the tribal languages is that bastardized English.
Got it.
But it
Pronounce
just sounds...
those languages.
Talkpissin?
That's how I would say it,
Talkpissin?
too. Talkpissin.
Talkpissin. And Hirimotu. I
like it.
Yeah. It's also where the phrase, at least for me, poop on a stick comes from. Because they still believe in witchcraft. And they will have, like, people that do magic and protections.
Yeah.
And I think I had to learn this when I was doing my anthropology class, and I wish I retained more of it, but they curse you with your poop. So you, hide your poop, because if they put your poop on a stick, it curses you.
Well, you'd be in trouble there.
I know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's your place, if you're going to get cursed with
poop
your own
on
poop.
a stick. I know. Oh, gosh.
You're in trouble.
Oh, gosh.
Poop on a stick, that is, I used to say that too, but I don't think it was in any reference to pop. Not that I knew, at least.
I heard about the poop on a stick and was like, well, that's where that came from.
Okay.
I don't know. That might have been a logic leap for me, but where else have you ever heard poop on a stick besides just an exasperated staying?
In the all-time comedy classic, Random Acts of Stupidity, we did a whole scene where we chased kids around with a poop on a stick.
Oh my gosh, that's right.
The scene was called Poop on a Stick. That's where I heard it from.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. Okay, what's your next pick?
Well, so
okay, hold on, yes.
Because that has no context
all right.
to anybody.
Give the context.
That was a cobbled together movie my friends and I made imitating Jackass in high school. We called it Random Acts of Stupidity. Mm-hmm. That's the context.
Yeah. And we watched
we called one of the skits Poop on a Stick.
That's really funny.
Maybe one of my friends got it from Papua New Guinea. I have no idea. That's all I think when I hear that phrase, though. Is obviously it didn't come from us either, but
I think of you guys using each other as bowling balls and crashing each other into lawn chairs.
Yeah, that's just good old fun. Human lawn bowling.
Right. I remember that. Yeah. We watched and laughed at you.
Well, we laughed at you.
For a lot of reasons.
The two younger losers, my sister and her friend.
You guys talked a lot of game about when you go to middle school, we're going to push you in the lockers and close you in. And we were all scared that you were going to bully us. And then we actually saw you at school and you averted eye contact and dashed away as fast as possible.
You've brought this up a few times recently. I feel like you're almost insulted that we didn't follow through on
that you were so afraid to be around us or acknowledge our existence in any way that you averted eye contact and peaced out.
Well, I don't know if afraid is the right word. We were concerned that your uncoolness would be contagious.
Wow. We were also the two tiniest kids in middle school. We were the smallest children at that school.
You showed up, let's see, me and my friends would have been 8th grade.
Yeah.
So at the top of the totem pole in middle school, right?
Right.
Before you get reset to the bottom in high school.
Yeah.
And you guys were, the new 6th graders, but you looked like 3rd grade. You were built
really
3rd graders.
We were
both of you.
Tiny.
Yeah. You were tiny.
Yes.
So
we were the two smallest kids, I think, in our class.
There's already can be a pretty significant just development difference between an 8th grader and a 6th grader because you hit puberty in there at some point. So there's kids that are more adult size, and then there's kids that are that's just a young child.
Right.
So it's already that, and then you guys show up as even amongst 6th graders would have been, well, that's a young child.
Yeah, we were freakishly small.
Yeah.
Yep. What's your second place?
Rome.
Oh,
Italy in general, but specifically Rome. I am one of those guys that thinks about the ancient Roman Empire on a regular basis.
You brought that up a few times. It's just always on your mind.
It's always on my mind.
Mm-hmm.
There's nothing cooler in history than the ancient Roman Empire. And a lot of that stuff is still standing.
Yeah. So you'll be excited by our...
all of Western culture gets its roots from Greece and Rome, ancient... Greco-Roman, yeah.
Yeah.
The U.S. Constitution is largely based on Greek and Roman history teachings.
Yeah.
Yeah. The Roman Republic.
Right. So you'll be excited by our trip on the Orient Express.
Oh, for sure.
Oh, yeah. Through Italy.
I wouldn't mind if I have unlimited time, popping into Greece, but I'm trying to keep it to one place, so There's a lot of places in Italy I'd like to see, but Rome, because I just like the Rome stuff, ancient Rome stuff.
Mm-hmm. I mean,
it's great.
Greek mythology was my favorite subject in school, and when we did a semester of just Greek mythology, and I think we also then moved into Roman mythology. I got 100. I was like so into it that I didn't ever miss a single question. Like that was my thing.
And you went on to do
folklore,
great things. I guess that's true. You did use it.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, I found my calling when I was 11.
We still haven't done an episode in Greece.
I know. That's on the plan.
I know.
It's on the docket.
Whose idea was that?
That was your idea.
Credit where it's due.
I'm heavily leaning to making one of my places Greece because of that.
Yeah. Well, that's gonna get checked off your bucket list sooner than later if you make it.
For years it was Romania, and now we did that.
We did it.
And if I had to pick, somewhere in Europe.
I would say, Europe.
I know, but I'm trying to, I have no interest in Australia. I would go to say that I went, but that's like not on my list.
Okay. Well, your ass is getting dragged there anyways.
I know. I'll enjoy it. Antarctica would be on my list, but I just hate boats so much that getting there, I don't know if it'd be worth it for me.
Well, I'll spoil it for you. That's my next one.
Oh,
so
no. Canada, I've never been to Canada, and I have no interest.
I've been to Montreal and Vancouver.
Okay.
It just feels like you're in the U.S. If you ask me, it's close enough to United States culture that just feels like we. I went to Montreal for a bachelor party and we drove it, which was awful because we drove it. We were only there a weekend, and we drove from Richmond in one go. It was a 19-hour drive back. But yeah, we just drove across the border.
Yeah.
And honestly, I wouldn't have known I was in a different country, really. I mean, I did know, but
until you get further up.
Yeah. Same with Vancouver. I went there for a conference. And, I mean, obviously, I flew there.
Right.
But once I was there, I was like, this is just a nice city.
Right.
That's like the same English speaking as the U.S. is.
It's Hollywood number 2.
It's built like the U. Yeah, it looks. The architecture looks like a nice, modern U.S. city, and it's, I don't know. Yeah, you would just not know.
And then if I think about going to South America, I just want to go back to Argentina.
I spent a lot of time in South America. I've spent 0 time in South America.
I would like to go. This is not my choice, but if I had to pick somewhere in South America, it would be Peru. For the Peruvian Amazon. Actually, I'm going to go with that. I'm going to go with the Peruvian Amazon. I really want to do that.
Okay.
So through Earthwatch, which is the organization I volunteer with sometimes, you can volunteer on a riverboat expedition.
But you hate boats.
In the Peruvian Amazon, but it's a riverboat. I will add the addendum, when it's a river, it's usually fine. And it looks like Jungle Cruise. It's
you just want to live out Jungle Cruise.
I do. It's like a 1920s steamboat, like fixed up so there's like bathrooms. So you have your own bathroom and a little, area.
Hopefully it's not actually a 1920s steamboat.
But it looks like one. And you get to work with bats and pink river dolphins. And that just sounds great. And you stop in a lot of the tribal areas along the way. So that would be, for me, definitely the Peruvian Amazon.
That's a good one.
Mm-hmm. And I want to say that I went to the Amazon without really going into the Brazilian Amazon. I'm happy keeping it in the outskirts in Peru.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. It's a good one. I'd do the Amazon.
Yeah.
The Amazon would be fun.
And you get to say, I've been to the Amazon.
Yeah. That's what it's really all about, right? Getting to say you were there.
No, it's really about getting to live out my Jungle Cruise fantasies.
You just want that. Is The Rock going to come with you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's not my cup of tea, though. I like him because he's goofy, but not because I think he's attractive. I have respect for him because he took probably, I'm just going to say it, the most boring, uninteresting ride at Disney. The most outdated. One of the most outdated rides at Disney, and turned it into a great movie. I was not expecting it to be any good, which is probably why I was so happy with it. And it also... It really feels like The Mummy meets Pirates of the Caribbean.
I was just going to say, at the risk of getting you on another full Mallory rant, Jungle Cruise felt very much like The Mummy to me.
Yeah.
Because it's one of those where you go in with no expectation that this is going to be anything but throwaway, a throwaway experience. And then it's pretty good.
Yeah. It's
not
good.
winning it. It's not going to win an Oscar, but it's way better than it should be.
Yeah, and I like the brother-sister dynamic. Like I like the Evie Jonathan dynamic in The Mummy, and they do a good job in the Jungle Cruise with her and her brother. And I also like, it wasn't a good nod, but the nod to the Explorers Club. Because they don't let women in, because it's the 30s, right?
I didn't catch that nod, because it was pre my interaction with the Explorers Club. Mm-hmm.
She's trying to basically join the Explorers Club, and they're like, "You're a woman," and she has
silly women.
They keep rejecting her for being a woman, and then so she has her brother go in and try to read her thing, and they're like, "We just know this is all just a sham."
Yeah.
It's very good.
So your pick is the Jungle Cruise.
Jungle Cruise.
Yeah.
And Poop on a Stick.
Man, what picks?
I know. I'm like.
Mine is Wilderness Adventure and the coolest history ever. And yours is I want to see poop sticks and live out this fake movie experience.
Yes.
With The Rock.
I just respect, he produced that movie. He turned that into something good. And I have lots of respect for that.
But you're not into the big jacked guys?
No, I'm really not.
Yeah, well.
Yeah.
Why are you with me?
Wow. I mean, my other idea, which I can't do now because it's also too tribal, would be Indonesia for the Manene Festival. But that's just, I feel like something's going to happen.
Well, it's on your
we're going to do it for Weird World, so right? I feel like you
already have contacts to get that episode.
Yep.
Okay.
If we pay for the goat to be sacrificed, this sounds awful. I'm an animal lover. This is just, that's just how the world works in some areas, right? If you buy them the goat, then you get to be a part of the ceremony.
Can't we just, money's fungible, right?
Mm-hmm.
Can't we just be like, we'll buy you this table, and then you can spend money that you are going to spend on a different thing on the goat.
That's what I'm going to tell myself as that happens.
So you're going to lie to yourself.
Right.
I'll make sure to point out that you're lying to yourself.
No. It's hard. It's a hard line sometimes to be a good anthropologist and respect other cultures. I really don't like people having to kill animals. You gave a whole talk on this, by the way. I did. Yes, I did give a whole talk on this. It's a great podcast episode.
Check out Mallory's Adventures that you didn't talk about at the beginning.
I didn't. Well, I didn't.
Okay. Well, it's on there, right?
Yeah.
Anyway, okay.
Yeah.
It's a good talk.
It is a good talk. It'll be pretty great. And yeah, so it's one of those things where I'm like, I just have to respect the process, and this is a really old, fascinating tradition that I want to be part of, this ritual, so I'm just gonna go along for the ride.
The goat murder or the festival?
The festival.
Okay.
The goat part just kind of happens. It's very old school early Destination Truth when they would go to all these weird tribal places and be forced to eat certain things that the chief gave them because they were there, and then everyone would get sick. Yeah.
All right, but you're not picking that.
No, I'm not picking that.
You picked Jungle Cruise.
Jungle Cruise and Poop on a
Sticks.
Stick.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Got it.
And you got the Outback and Rome.
Yes. Like I said, I would also see Florence and Venice and Tuscany and all the other places too.
I almost went to Milan one time.
What happened?
There was a train strike. I was in Cannes, and Milan is actually pretty close to Cannes. It's the south of France really hits the side of Italy there. Mm-hmm. And I was going to go on our day off, and it was already questionable because I'm like, man, I have a single day off and it's been torture. Do I really go at 5 a.m. to Italy to come back at 3 a.m. the next day? Yeah. Right. So I was debatable if I was going to go through with it. And then there was a train strike. So I was like, well, I guess I'm not going.
The decision was made for you.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Okay.
What's yours?
Well, I told you.
The next, Antarctica.
I blew the lead.
Yeah, you
Antarctica.
Did. That's a really solid choice.
Just so few people get to step foot on Antarctica. That's been on my list for a long time, since I was a young kid. It's so hard to get to. It's so remote.
Yeah. I think Arthur did one of those.
Really?
Yeah.
You're just in such a small subset of people who have seen it. There's very little like it.
Yeah.
On Earth.
There's a lot of penguins.
See, that's the selling point for you.
It is
penguins
the
aren't a selling
point
point.
for me.
I mean, not that I dislike them, but they're just not. Yeah, there's okay. There's penguins.
Those are the big penguins.
I always thought in my fantasy work environment, I'm like, man, what if I, got my degree and then went on an Antarctic expedition and was just like the doctor for the expedition with the expectation of kind of not having to do that much, right? Like, hopefully we're all kind of healthy and nothing bad's going to happen and I'll just chill here.
Well, you joined the right club.
You guys do some stuff out here.
Right.
And I'll just chill here unless there's an emergency.
Right.
And hopefully there's not going to be an emergency. And then I'm just going to bring my PlayStation and be, not a guilt-free time to play my games. I'm sure this is nothing like what it's like actually going on this, but in my head, this is the expedition. Nothing goes wrong. I don't have to do any emergency procedures in Antarctica. Everyone's just healthy and fine, doing their thing. And I'm just there playing video games guilt-free because what else am I going to do? I'm in Antarctica. I can't do a whole lot else. Don't have to make up excuses to not go to social events.
Although you will have to deal with the polar nights and midnight suns.
But you're going to be underground, indoors. You're not just camping outside.
Well, no, but I mean, you're going to step out at some point.
Oh, I want to see it.
Yeah.
But
And you're going to have to do all your doctor work on the boat heading into Antarctica when everyone's sick.
That's fine.
You don't get really motion sick.
Motion sick. I mean, if it's very bad, sure, but you just bring a bunch of scopolamine, the patches and stuff.
That's
the
true.
Drugs. There's legit anti-nausea drugs that not over the counter stuff.
Yeah, I legitimately think I would be down and out the entire boat ride.
Well, I hear it's a pretty long boat ride.
That's why I'm afraid to do it because I really hate being.
Well, you're gonna be shit out of luck because I'm not going alone.
Oh, I know. Oh, I do it with the addendum of I might be incapacitated for a month.
Well, I'm also not going to be the expedition doctor on this, so good luck.
You're
just going to have to find someone else.
Yeah.
I'm just going for funsies.
Yeah. See, I want to say Greece now because I really, really, really have always wanted to go to Greece. But I'm torn between Greece and Japan. And Japan is really because Studio Ghibli Museum. I'm going to go with Japan because I have to go to the Studio Ghibli Museum and Park.
Yeah.
I mean, the giant Totoro ticket master, that just is everything that's right with the world.
I just like the idea that the reason you want to go to this famous island nation with a magnificently robust history and samurai culture and all these things is for the modern Studio Ghibli amusement park.
With Totoro. Totoro is a selling point always.
So you want to go to Japan to see Totoro?
Yes.
Okay. He's not real.
Don't ruin my childhood here. We're not breaking my spirit today.
There's not a car bus. There's not a car bus.
Cat bus.
Car bus. There's not a cat bus.
There's not a cat bus.
It's not
I don't believe this at all.
It's not going to be an actual cat.
Well, there is a cat bus you can get inside.
But it's fake.
Well, that's
just a bus painted like a cat.
Don't ruin my fantasy here.
It's not going to be an actual cat. You're not going to get up inside a cat.
It's a little weird. When you think about it. I also want to go to that. Is it Naboko? I'm forgetting what it's called now. But the town with all the dolls.
Oh, yeah, I know. I don't remember.
It's like a very small village, and there was an artist that lived there that left. They loved her childhood there and left. And then she came back, and a lot of the people that she knew there had either passed away, or people were just moving out of the village because it's so small and there's nothing going on. So for every person that lived in the village that she remembered, she created a doll for them.
That's cool.
So now everybody that is in that village has a doll.
So
it's like a stuffed
Is it mostly an abandoned village?
Mostly.
Okay.
It's now kind of a tourist attraction because it's really cool. Sure. But there's not much going on there. Okay. So it's mostly some people live there.
Okay.
Just a few people live there.
The artist is just I'm just waiting for you to die to replace you with a doll.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
Or to move out. You
Yeah.
can also move out.
All right.
That's fine. She replaces you with a doll.
Yeah. Okay.
So,
Cool.
I mean, that's just really cool.
Well, they have also at least one village, if not a few, that are set up to look like they would have during like the height of samurai culture.
Oh, yeah, definitely got to do that.
Yeah. Oh,
Also,
yeah. This is
Kyoto.
also...
Kyoto looks beautiful.
You know, ironically, I've never been to mainland Japan because we lived in Okinawa.
Yeah.
And I'm sure we like stopped at the airport,
Yeah.
but I never left the airport.
Right.
To see mainland Japan.
Wow.
Because my parents had already lived in Japan before I was born, so they didn't have a huge need to see more of mainland Japan at the time. And Okinawa, is very much similar. It's now a similar culture. They used to be distinct cultures until Japan took it over. But they have a lot in common. And we just instead went, when we left Okinawa, would go to Korea or Guam or Singapore or Thailand, different places.
You've been all over Asia.
I know, I've been all over Asia. Japan, though, is a good choice and probably would have been on my 3 list if I hadn't already lived in
there.
Okinawa.
Yeah.
But it's on our episode list.
It is.
Because I want to go there in search of the legendary Hanso Masamune.
Well, I hang out with Totoro.
So we're both kind of going there to live out childhood fantasies, right?
Yeah.
The Masamune is just always a legendary video game sword item.
Yeah.
Right? It's always like one of the end game items, the Masamune.
Yeah.
Which apparently was an actual sword. Doesn't have any special powers, obviously, but there was a guy who, I think he was named Hanjo Masamune.
Yeah.
One of the great blacksmiths from the samurai era. And I believe there are ledgers showing the sword being like sold.
That's really cool.
Across cultures, and then just lost.
Yeah.
To time. So, yeah.
Really cool.
I want to do that. You want to go to Studio Ghibli Park. So we want to go to Japan to live out childhood fantasies.
Yeah,
That's
definitely.
That's a fair reason.
It is. Because, I've only been to Asia for a grand total of, I think, 3 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
And 99% of that was in Cambodia. And I had a layover in Shanghai where I went to Disneyland.
It's funny that you went to Shanghai Disneyland during a layover.
I legitimately, I think I was just SOL and my layover was going to be 16 hours.
Mm-hmm.
And it was like, well, I'm not going to be in the airport for 16 hours. And you can actually get a 24-hour visa. There's like a very set stipulation of rules that you have to follow to be released into Shanghai on a 24-hour visa.
Uh-huh.
And you don't have to plan, you just have to know what to do.
Yeah.
So I had to have like my checklist on, okay, this is what I need to do, and you have to go in the right line and go through. And I got my 24-hour visa.
You should write a little article about how to do that.
That's a good idea. Yeah, definitely. That's a good call.
I'm sure I wouldn't have known that.
Yeah. I did a lot of research because I was like, well, I'm doing this. And then, you just get a car and drive to Disney. I was at Disney for...
Which side of the road did they drive on?
Our side, I think.
Is it?
I'm pretty sure.
Japan's opposite.
I think it's just Japan over there.
Hmm.
I'm pretty sure. I mean, I wasn't exactly paying attention, but I think I would have noted if we were on the opposite side of the road.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. And that was an experience.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I bet.
We probably talked about this in the podcast, but
recently.
Recently. Yeah. But the Pirates of the Caribbean ride is the greatest ride in Shanghai Disney. In any Disney park at all. That Pirates ride. It goes backwards.
So you just want to go places where there's rides?
No, I'm not really that big of a ride person per se.
You want to live out Jungle Cruise.
Okay, that's fair.
Well,
I love Disney.
Based on a ride.
Okay.
You want to go to Studio Ghibli Amusement Park.
Because
I'm sure there's rides. Yeah, I'm sure there's a Totoro ride.
Okay. The poop on a stick, though, is just not really a ride.
That's just good old fun.
Yeah.
Old-fashioned fun.
Right. I would love to ride horses again.
Well, you can just do that anywhere, right?
Yes. Shenandoah.
Yeah, they're all over the
place. We gotta do that. I miss
my
horses.
We're in horse-ish country.
Yeah. Yeah.
See, I am so uncomfortable on a horse. I've
you have control issues?
Yeah, I've ridden horses, but I have no experience being like trained to ride horses growing up. That was not something I know you did. So the times I've gone, I just get there and ask, I need your oldest, slowest horse. I'm looking for something that is akin to a recliner that moves for me, that walks for me, that just knows where it's going. Because when I get on this thing, I'm going to have no idea how to maneuver this animal.
You just don't like that they have personalities,
I don't.
too.
Yeah, no.
The horse I used to ride as a kid, her name was Lucy.
They're very, they feel unsteady from where I'm sitting. I know they're steady, but
they have 4 legs.
I know, but from where I'm, one side goes up and the other side goes up, and you're shockingly high when you're up there. It feels so high up. And it's just this jittery dinosaur animal that you're right. I don't know.
Dinosaur animal.
Not my. I don't need that thing going faster than a snail's pace.
The horse that I was trained to ride on, Lucy, was just so stubborn. And part of the training is like, you got to get it to listen to you. And sometimes they don't want to. My
first one as an adult, I never rode one as a kid, was Thunder.
Oh.
Which was ironically named because...
That's Autumn's favorite name now.
Yeah, that's true.
That's funny.
Because that thing moved, I mean, as slow as...
So you're the jerk holding up all the other horses behind you.
I was in the back. I stayed in the back.
Did they leave you behind?
Maybe I wasn't all the way in the back.
Okay.
But no, I did nothing. It was it was a slow moving tour through Shenandoah. I went through the mountain passes. And I guess I was middle to back of the pack. But I was like, I don't know how to do any, I will have no control over this animal once I'm on this thing, so
it's pretty easy, just steer.
Hey, no,
okay.
I didn't even want that. I didn't even want that responsibility. They're like, you just you just edge in with your foot a little bit here and you pull there. I'm like, nope. It needs to know where it's going. I'm not going to have any ability to deal with this on a tour. I felt under pressure because, there's 10 other people. I'm not going to be responsible for ruining everyone else's time. I'm fine with my time being wasted by myself and my own incompetence, but I don't like wasting other people's time.
Well, they do also, when you do something like that, they have a planned order of which horse is where for various reasons.
Oh, yeah. Thunder knew where he was going and slowly followed the horse in front of him, and I did nothing. Yeah. I literally did nothing.
They'll put the slow horses in the middle to keep the horses from some of them going too. If they know a horse is going to go too fast, they'll put a slow horse in front of it so it can't really go around it.
So I was a blocker. Yeah.
You were a blocker.
Okay. Well, Thunder was the blocker. I'm just here for the ride.
It is. I'll say, I rode a horse in Kaukoslauten in Finland in the Arctic, and it was a little, I'm not afraid of horses. I've always ridden horses and I love it. But they would slip a few times because you're on the ice. And you would feel it and be like,
I don't need that.
Oh. Yeah. That horse just fell down in the snow.
Yeah, no thank you.
Yeah. Well, one more thing about horses. I have to tell this story. When I was learning to gallop, so you start just walking, which is what you're going to do on those tours. Oh, yeah. Then you start to trot.
That's good. I'm good beginning and ending at walking.
Trotting is where the horse is kind of going kind of slow. It's
I've probably done that.
And you have to kind of go up and down with the horse. You have a motion you do so it's not hurting you while you're on the horse. So there's trotting. And then so you kind of go through that. And then cantering is the in-between between the trot and the run. It's when they're developing a little bit of speed and then you gallop is the full stride. Yeah. And they had us gallop in this. It was like a pen, but it was a huge space, and there were trees. And that was probably one of the few times I feel like I just lost control of this animal, and my life is in this horse's hands, because it's diving in and out of trees really fast, just going... Yeah. And I mean, what do you do, right? So and you kind of assume the position and lean forward and hold on, and I'm like, okay, well, if this horse hits a tree, I'm dead, so...
I don't need that in my life at all. I don't even like giving up control to other human beings. I don't need it given up to this... monster animal.
It was a little intimidating, just weaving in and out of the trees. That was one of the few times I'm like, oh my God, what have I gotten myself into?
Yeah, no thanks.
Yeah, but there was a while, I wanted to have a horse farm.
Yeah.
I loved horses.
It seems like a lot of work.
Yeah, I know. You'd have to have workers.
Yeah,
to work in the stables.
It'd have to be an actual farm.
Yes.
Almost, right? Or you'd have to be doing something with the horses, running a learn to ride horses.
Yeah. I mean, that's the easiest thing I would think to do is you have a stables, you have stable hands, and you're teaching people or having someone
Right.
there teach people how to ride horses. But you also kind of get some free labor in that, because kind of like the deal with taking care of horses is learning how to take care of horses.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're going to learn how to ride, you have to be responsible for getting the horse ready and then cleaning it off afterwards and brushing it and doing the whole thing.
Horses.
Okay.
That I like that.
Yeah, it's fun. So it's kind of part of the experience. So you kind of like the people that are coming to ride kind of do that for you.
Yeah, I like it. It's a good scam.
Yeah, it is. Although not so much in the places where you just kind of pay to like go in a circle.
Yeah. All right.
Like your Shenandoah experience. Yeah.
That was my kind of horse riding.
Yeah.
Just a ride. Just a semi-alive ride.
I used to have my own helmet and everything and crop, the riding
Wow.
crop. I know.
Wow.
Fancy.
Yeah.
I was an English style rider.
Oh. Well.
Do you know what the difference is? I want to hear your guesstimate about what the difference is.
All right. I feel like I at one point in my life did know the difference between this. What's the other style?
Western.
Western. Okay. Does it have to do with the saddle?
Part of it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, first of all, we're not talking about the like side saddle woman riding style. What is that called?
Side saddle.
Is that side saddle?
Yeah,
okay.
that's side
What
saddle.
That seems
That was
awful.
back when women just didn't have rights and wore dresses and couldn't straddle a horse because they were
that's
dressed.
why.
Yeah.
Oh wow, that's really funny.
Yeah.
It seems like a terrible way to ride a horse. By
Right.
the way.
It doesn't seem sturdy. You would hold on to a man. That's what you would do. Someone else would straddle the horse and you hold on to them. I know.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well.
No.
Okay. All right. So it has. Oh man. I know it has something to do with
The saddle is a part of it.
Saddle and what's the knob
The
on
reins.
the saddle called?
Oh yeah. Yeah, the horn.
The horn and the reins.
Yeah.
I don't know what the difference is.
The Western has the little saddle horn.
Okay.
And the English doesn't.
Okay.
And because so in Western, it's way less. It's like there's no rules. The English are all about rules. There's so many. There's rules for everything. Western is kind of like a free for all.
Mm-hmm.
There's way less rules, and you use one hand to hold onto the horn, and then you keep the reins in a single hand and kind of maneuver the horse with one hand.
Okay.
With the English, you kind of like hold both the reins, and there is no horn.
I think I've done both ways then.
Yeah, you hold the reins, and then you have a riding crop.
So
you kind of like use it to. It doesn't hurt the horse. I mean, the horses have thick hides. You're just kind of like not. It's like knocking it to say, hurry up, hurry up. And there's different, like the horses learn. There's different, like taps and maneuvers you do to get them to move into the different positions, like trotting and canter. It's way more structured.
I'm pretty sure I've done both Western and English style then, and I've never used a crop on a horse.
Wow, I feel so called out right now. Wow. But yeah, I could ride horses all day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No. 30 minutes to an hour is good for me.
We'll throw in some horseback riding in Greece, and then we're all set here.
I don't know if we need to do that.
Yeah, we do.
I don't know about that.
Or we could do out west, just full free-for-all Western horse ride. You love Westerns.
I know.
Okay.
I'm open to it. I just don't love I've done it a few times, and it's not like I got up there and immediately regretted it, but I was the whole time just like I'm not gonna have any control over this thing.
Yeah, you get.
I guess if I knew what I was doing, I would
Yeah.
feel better about it.
I mean, it's really just like steering a horse with the reins.
For those of you listening, she's doing a rein steering motion.
I mean,
with
it
her
just looks
hands
like driving all
that
this.
told me nothing. 2 and 10.
Because they have like a little bar in their mouth.
Yeah.
And you're just pulling on the reins, which pulls the bar. So
And you know what they do in that
head.
bar when they're doing that, like,
What?
the nothing? What's that called?
I don't know.
What's the
called.
saying?
What is it?
The
What's
horse
the saying?
saying.
What's the saying? I don't know.
We just talked about it.
Chomping at the bit.
But it's champing.
It's champing
It
at
actually
the bit.
is champing.
Is it?
Yes.
Was that on Larry David?
It was recently on that.
It was in Curb Your
but
Enthusiasm.
it's a common.
Okay.
I mean, it's a common one. But it is actually champing.
Champing at the bit.
And
why?
the champing is specifically the like gnawing they do at the back
Okay.
teeth. How about that knowledge drop for the
that. You knew
non-horse
that
rider?
one.
Yeah, I did know that one.
Well, yeah, I guess that was fun. We kind of did our whole little tour around the world there. Of all the places we wanted to go. So you have Antarctica, the outback, and Rome. Right, the Roman Empire.
Yeah, of course. I think about it. I'm not even joking. I know that was a meme. You know, how often guys think
Yeah.
I would say I think about Rome at least for a few, 30-second period.
Yeah.
Every other to every third day.
That's crazy. I don't.
It's relevant. It's always relevant to something.
Is it?
Yeah. In the same way, more modernly, Seinfeld is relevant to things. Seinfeld, I would say I reference almost every day.
Yeah.
Or think about every day.
It stresses me out so much.
It's just relevant always. Ancient Rome, always relevant.
Okay. All right.
Come on, what guy doesn't have a fantasy about being like a
gladiator?
I don't know. The gladiators were slaves.
Okay,
I don't want
that's fair,
none of that.
fair.
There to die.
All right.
A Roman centurion leading a army of legionnaires.
Right. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see that. And I got
the giant tower shields and the short swords they carried.
Yeah, I like it.
They had some very innovative warfare techniques. Obviously, they beat everybody for a long time.
Right. Damn it, I forgot my main one that I have been... I see, I knew
Wait,
that
you
there
just
was...
went through 3 and didn't pick your
I
actual
didn't pick my actual
list?
one.
Oh my
How?
God. You don't get a bonus.
I don't get a bonus. You know, I'm so disappointed in myself. This is like...
We all are.
I'm like, there's a place that is number 1 on my list that I'm just totally blanking on right now, and it's going to come later, and I could not put it together. And you know what it is, too. You know what it is. And I can't believe I spaced on it.
Oh, don't you put the pressure on me like I'm supposed to know. You didn't even know what it was, apparently.
We even talked about it here just now. Kind of. Roundabout.
I don't know. What is it?
Egypt.
Is that your number 1?
Yes.
I know it's on the list.
Oh, it's the top of the list.
Is it?
Yes. Because it's your whole outback about how the outback is so different. Mm-hmm. Egypt is just so different to anything I've ever done.
I'd love to see it. It just seems maybe a little dangerous right now.
You have to go the right way. You have to go through like a guide. Like you have to get like a credible guide agency and have someone with you the whole time.
Dangerous in a way, not a wilderness. I don't mind the wilderness danger, like outback. It's dangerous from other human beings making it dangerous.
You have to know what you're doing. You have to look like you know what you're doing. Yeah. That's the real thing. You can't look like a tourist. And you have to have someone with you that will like stop people from coming up to you.
Gotcha.
But yeah, damn, I missed that opportunity. Well, we just talked about the mummy.
We're not doing it. I know.
Number 1. I had this whole Egypt trip plan for Egypt, Jerusalem, which is definitely out right now. Yeah. And
that episode's taken a backseat for a while.
Petra.
Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of obviously very famous, historically significant things in that region.
Masada's like my top.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, I missed that opportunity. I knew I was going to drop the ball. Yeah. I'm so bad at picking things.
Way to not know your own number 1 on your bucket list.
I'm just tired, and I was sitting here like, I know that there's just a number 1, and I'm like just not thinking of it. And then I'm like, maybe it was Romania, and I just like have crossed it off. Nope, it was Egypt.
Good job.
Okay, on that note.
Yeah.
Thank you guys so much for tuning in today. Remember to visit maloriesadventures.com for more. And check out Weird World Adventures on Amazon Prime now. Season 1 is streaming, and we're about to begin our 10-episode countdown where we recap the 10 episodes you can expect to see in Season 2, which airs this fall on Amazon Prime.
And the preview reel for Season 2 is live now.
So it is live now.
Get a taste of it.
Instagram, and it's Malorie's Adventures on Instagram, or you can just search Weird World Adventures Season 2 promo on Google, and it just comes up. So make sure you check it out. I'm very proud of it. And that's all we have for you. Yeah. So thank you for tuning in, everybody. Thank you for being here with me today, Michael.
Thanks for having me, Malorie.
And until next time, everybody,
stay weird.